What are you trying to say?
Girls. Them girls.
I was hoping, I was like, I'm gonna either say cambio right now or somebody else, and then you just said it, and I was like,
10
yes!
minutes?
Your face. Yes.
10 minutes, okay.
One?
Yes?
Ata.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop big books everywhere.
It's just a word. Just call you fact.
There was no water here. Our cold tonight, Scott.
Soy lunas, caricias. Mi esperanza sigue volando.
The spine holds electricity. Erosion in cities.
Look, girls who deserve it.
Sky above on airplane wings.
Girls like you.
Airplane There is no water here. There is no attention here. All the stars we need on television. There is no attention here.
Out crude me.
Crackling.
Ansioso me apresura.
Outwit me.
No palta nervous system.
Outwit me.
Cactus needle.
Nos lanzaremos a lo desconocido. Árboles muertos.
Winking his way. Out crude me. Hoping it would just happen.
Joven anciana.
You fat bitches.
Escombros. El fuerte viento. Aún le temo a la oscuridad. Pues el miedo ha cicatrizado. Intentando un poco de belleza encontrar.
Only when speaking about you.
El nuevo despertar emerge.
Outwit me.
There is no water here. Sky blood on airplane wings. There is no attention here.
Escombros. Ansioso me apresura. Escombros. Corazones de
The
guerra.
spine holds electricity. Erosion in
Pues el
cities.
miedo ha cicatrizado.
Look, girls who deserve it.
Sky blood on airplane wings.
Girls like you.
Maybe it's the weapon that will stop it all. Every time I'm on my period, I become obsessed with blood. I read blood poems and love poems and say goodbye to babies I will not name Claudia. I think of envious roses and medicine of thick blood and tears and writing my own cliches, my quirky rhymes, like my feelings drawn in a pad because my vagina's still sad. In 6th grade, I smelled poetry for the first time on Claudia, the shy morena in class next to me. And I too wanted to bleed with her. I wanted to whisper to her that desert blood smelled sweeter, like if the sun cooked it with love and his own cliches. Claudia, invite your amigas y yo las mías, and let's eat chocolate and have a period party. Let's have a political party, a love-making party, a moon-worshipping party, a red like a communist party, or a piñata party, a communion party. There's so much blood. It's war, Claudia. I want to kiss the music of its scent and let it be an offering of the flesh to the men who killed you and the men who kill us, literally and figuratively, drink us, beat us, and kiss us, and tell them that if they're thirsty for blood, We can give them our menstruation blood, our moon blood. It's thicker anyway, Claudia. It's sweeter anyway. Especially our desert blood, Claudia, that stops the wars. Claudia, that stops wars.
He never really hit me. He never really had to. Because being shoved into a wall and tightening his grip so hard around my arm that it bruises is enough to know that one day he will. But it doesn't matter how hard you try to stay in line because the line shifts. See, he never really hit me, but he never really had to. I learned to adapt and to move when the line does, because one day he is checking my text, and the next day he confiscates my phone. I learned not to question when he grabs my hand and tells me he's the only person I'll ever need to talk to. And that's when I realized that line, it doesn't shrink, it only shifts. Because, see, he never really hit me, but that's because he never really had to. I knew my place. It was working 9 to 6, picking up our kid, getting the groceries, and coming home to make dinner and clean up, doing it without a car or fare for the bus, only to cry myself asleep again because he can't stop screaming about why I'm so late coming home. From now on, he informs me, I'm going to be home every day by 6, and he doesn't care if I have to run. So when people ask me how I lost that 40 pounds, it seems a lot easier to lie, because they don't want to think that it happened to me, that they knew me then, or that there was a reason I didn't call anyone for 2 years. See, he never really hit me, because he knew he didn't have to. What he did was not worn by a black eye on my face. It was carried in my mind. It was being called fact. It was left at the club and told myself to whore out for another ride, giving him the credit card and not asking questions. It's the silent treatment. It's him checking up on you and being taught to do things the right way because you do everything the wrong way. Because it's a slow and painful process of forgetting who you are in efforts to better control your movement within an ever-shrinking diameter that one day literally gets so small, it chokes you. Literally. See, he never really hit me. He never really had to. And that was enough to know that one day he would.
Vancouzi. High as fuck! And they're calling your name. Laundry lines played with cello bows. Xylophones leaping from third-story windows. Serifs falling from signs. Mercury glitter, litter on the sidewalk. Young shadows with folded vertebrae. Glass on their lips. Smoking in public. Hastings Street. You call it Wastings Street. Cold sweats and dirty sweatshirts, you call them corpses in training. Former humans, hollow, a blight, bad for business. But let's keep things obvious. You wear good shoes to the heroin district. Condoms stuck to the sidewalk like used gum, black, all the function and flavor gone out of them. You are just visiting. You are just passing through. You are 1,000 cell phone cameras walking by, each one in a hurry, just passing through, quickly, eyes forward like civilized people, like soldiers. No glancing down the swollen throats of alleys, no leaves on the trees, no answering, no asking for direction, no change in your pockets, no, say no. Whatever they ask you, you say no. But no one chooses to live here once. Rather, each one chooses not to leave here thousands of times. Each time the needle pops in, stays a while. Tiny decisions, each one stained, soldered together like old church windows, mosaics in arguments with their many parts, pickpockets with inarticulate hands, slurring their movements like a drunk deaf man, shouting staccato in the intersection, tying up traffic like rubber, a vein, these sunlit sleepwalkers. Good at excuses like cigarette smokers, tiny decisions here. Lessons unlearned here, a curriculum of forgetting. But let's keep things obvious. Skyscrapers can't help themselves, right? They were born that way. The way that smoke was born to rise, pupils born to dilate, and pupils born to rise. But let's be blunt, you are a jacket and a carefully selected tie. They are a jacket and a carefully tied forearm. You have somewhere to be. They have nowhere to be but here. They mutter to people you can't see. You argue with cell phone towers that they can't see. You are ridiculous to them. They are ridiculous to you. What do you look like to them? Wearing your hurry on your faces like fake eyelashes, Van Cruising. Fluid and rigor, zombie lips and eyes, sunrise, why knots held in a fist, intercourse of metal and vein, glass and lip switches, playing graffiti with cello bows, xylophones, dirty fingers, bent elbows. The storm drains are filled with blood blossoms. They are shipwrecked in the middle of Vancouver, and your condos are going up on the next block.
El grito de la chicana. He visto las mejores mentes de nuestra generación burladas, comenzando revoluciones on dirty dance floors and licking 19-year-old nipples, stroking crotches with hands marked with black X's, planeando protestas at the tap-in, sucking the dick of a famous artista, viejo past his prime, surrounded by the haunting eyes of his art. Robando capitalists of their money and stolen keys and escupiendo on the American dream. Quebrando ventanas de la gringa director of the club rec del barrio. Crawling into temazcales and pidiendo perdón to Tonantzin, sweating the sexual perversions from a traumatized childhood. Escribiendo Spanglish manifestos and tagging Cisneros poems on Bibles writ in thick and fresh menstrual blood. Chicanas with painted Frida eyebrows and bigotes, sticking bloody pads in the boys' restroom, hanging fragrant used tampons from the faucet handles. Gritando political verses with white painted faces and masturbating furiously with still wet with red nail polished fingers, vaginal lips laughing at the fake blood. Howling at the moon by the lake near Teotihuacan and piercing fingers with cactus needles, a flesh offering to the Mexica god. Writing poetry odes to purple rabbit vibrators and posting them on Facebook, awaiting the appalled and horny responses of conservative friends. Sitting in the wooden bancas, staring at the eyes of the marble Jesus, trying to ignore your throbbing genitals. Fantasies with your cousin naked and wearing el rosario que le dio tu mamá, fucking her with the holy water still on your frente. I'm with you in el chuco, hermana, to get poetic revenge on the stripper on the couch. I'm with you in el chuco, hermana, encouraging your bubbling madness. I'm with you, hermana, when the pain of transformation tears through your skin. I'm with you, hermana, to wipe your tears with my white girl hair and white paper with inky words. I'm with you, hermana, as our espíritus de lucha travel the world in and out of time.
There are 12 bricks in my car. Each one is corresponding to a letter in your name. And I have realized now that it's going to take about 2.5 revolutions around your house for each brick to go through a window. But such an endeavor of pure malice and cruelty is just that and nothing more. Nothing like sugar in the das cake or dead rabbits in the backyard. Patience would have to be exercised as I wait for you to get stuck at a tragically long kickball game. And exercise such an endeavor. Plus, you just haven't done anything yet to make me do such a thing. But I do stress yet. You see, because I am that crazy bitch. See, I'm that crazy bitch who comes over to your house at 4 o'clock in the morning and throws a brick through your window, I love you so much, it's enough. It's enough to come over on a Tuesday night and make sweet and crazy love to you for at least 5 minutes, let you fall dead asleep, and snatch up your clothes and burn down your motherfucking house to the ground. But don't worry, it'll start in the garage with all those cans of paint thinner you didn't know you had. Just to give you enough time to wake up and smoke alarming beeping horror, put on your boxer shorts, grab your damn goldfish, and stand outside amid the mess of firefighters and police. Outside the blaze with your roommate when he comes home from another night of flirting with the fatties, and standing in front of the most beautiful blaze you ever saw, you can say, dude, bro, Jen Sugar came by. See, and he'll know, because he heard those stories in high school. He'll understand that I don't care if you hate me, because I love you. I love you so much, I will find where their father works and accuse him of sexual harassment. I will kill your dog and dump it in your trunk to discover a week later once the smell consumes your garage. I will drag your ass and dish you on a plane to China with 50-cent steak to your nipples. I will seduce your mother into a lesbian affair and post the pictures on Facebook. I will leave kitty porn in the top drawer and the desk in the sex toys. I will fuck your best friend and blog about the abortion. I will do shit that makes mobsters cry, and I've gotta say, damn, girl. But I won't ever call you once it is said and done and over. But I can, however, make sure the PD does, the ADA, the CDC, the Red Cross, EPA, Visa, MasterCard, and the DMV do shit. I'm not whistling Dixie while you're in the shower. I'm taking notes, writing down numbers. But these aren't threats. These are signs and affirmations that my love for you grows exponentially. And I would never have thrown that brick through your window if I didn't love you.
Un colibrí llega a mi azotea chilanga y de repente todo me parece posible, aunque improbable. Flores donde no hay colores sino cemento. Ciudad suspendida entre viaductos y periféricos, aviones internacionales y humo humano ahorcador. Colibrí, júrame que vives así. Yo he oído lo que dicen de ti, que eres el alma de los guerreros fallecidos en la batalla, que eres el alma de las madres perdidas en el parto. Eso dicen, pero yo nunca les di la razón, porque de ser así, colibrí, esta ciudad estaría llena de ti, viento vibrante, lleno del llanto de tus alas, nubes negrillas resplandecientes con tus plumas, mujeres, acaso madres, muertas, chupaflores en cada florero, zumbeando como moscas crecidas por cada mexica, muerto en el hecho de hacer ciudad, un chupamirto aletea por un lecho de urbanidad, cada borracho azteca aplastado por el metro, cada mestizo aplastado en el choque de los mundos, colibrís viviendo en los túneles como murciélagos. Pero hoy te vi, colibrí, llegaste a mi azotea entre el alambre viejo y caca de gato aún más vieja. Tú llegaste y de repente no tengo recurso, tengo que creer que hay un sinfín de colibríes viviendo en esta ciudad, que hay colibríes viviendo en esta ciudad, viviendo vivaces, devorando el mercado de Jamaica por las noches, atracando el azúcar, ratas de dos alas, locos, ratas locos de horchata. No me queda de otra, tengo que creer que aún hay ciudades como el DF, locos de horchata, no me queda de otra, todavía tengo que creer que hay corazones latiendo 1000 veces por minuto, que hay alas batiendo 200 veces por segundo, que hay vuelo esperando a las madres muertas, que hay un cielo heredado para aztecas asesinados. Así es que tengo que creer que aún hay colibríes en la Ciudad de México, defectuoso ombligo donde todo es posible, pero la vida no es segura. Y yo tengo que creer que un día de estos nuestras alas batirán este humo.